Strat-O-Matic Excel Carryover League. Brought to you by the Shrimp Troller. 1972 to 1975.
Welcome back, baseball fans, to 1972-75 World Series. We are moved to Riverfront Stadium in Cincinnati. The Oakland A's at the Cincinnati Reds. Game 3 pitchers. For the A's, a free agent. Actually was a part of a deal. Don Wilson pitched for Houston in 72. 15-10, 268 ERA in 228 innings. Was part of the Vida Blue trade. Decided to elevate Hunter and Holtzman and just had to replace a 3. They added Don Wilson. And the Reds will send Jack Billingham. 73, probably his best year for the Big Red Machine. 19-10, 304 ERA, 293 innings. Some kind of spotty this year. He's had a shutout, but he's also been knocked around a couple times. Badly. So we'll see how this goes. Reds need a win. They're down 0-2. They're in front of the home fans. Riverfront Stadium here in Cincinnati. Let's get started. Leading off for Oakland, it'll be Claudell Washington. 410 third X. Third baseman is Menke at 2E15. Makes the play. Campaneris, 47. Ks. Mike Hegan, 2-9. Double one, base hit. And Reggie. 69 for Reggie is a walk. 2 on, 2 outs for Joe Rudy. 34. Grounds are short. The Reds, Joe Morgan leads off. 64, catcher's X. Tennis is a 4E7. Makes the play. This is not the conventional, lineup that Sparky may have used, but the Reds came into the World Series winning 14 out of 15. They were a game over 500 at the All-Star break. Then it went 14-1 to get to the World Series. So we're going to stick with this lineup. If we struggle again today, we'll see what happens tomorrow. Pete Rose, 56 is a walk. Tony Perez, 37 is a walk. 2 on for Johnny Bench. 48 is a K. Wilson, much better against righties and lefties. He's got a lefty here in Bobby Tolan. 2-8, Bobby Tolan comes through. The base hit to center field. Rose, he's going to run. He is a 16. He will run on the -2 arm in center field. He scores on a 14 anyway. Perez, he'll lumber over to third on the throw. Runners in the corners, 2 outs, 1-0 Cincinnati. They've had the lead in every game. Dave Concepcion. 1-3, Ks. Top of 2, it's Steve Anaveros. 2-2, center. Gene Tennis, 36, Ks. Rusty Torres, first start of the series, 111, grounds are short. Better defensive center fielder. They use that on the road to help out on the artificial turf here in Cincinnati. Bottom of second, it's Don Mincher. 6'10", short X. Campaneris, he and Concepcion both made mistakes late in game 2. This time he makes the play. Dennis Menke, 38, is a K. And Geronimo, 56, is a walk. Joe Morgan, 212, grounds to first. Top of the third. Dick Green, 612, rolls to first. Claudell Washington, 1-2, center B. Playing DH today. He avoids the injury you normally would get with that DH role getting it, which is dubious, but hey, gets to stay in the game. Normally would be playing center field and get hurt. Campaneris, 1-5, center. Bottom of the third, it's Pete Rose. 2-7, grounds to second. Perez, 55. Short X, Campaneris. A lot of balls to the infielders in this series. Only one mistake by each team in the infield. Actually, two mistakes, because we had a Concepcion error and Concepcion gave up a single. Joe Morgan made an error, and Campaneris made an error. Through 2 games. Johnny Bench, 1-8 is a K. Top of the 4th, 1-zip. It's been the story of pitching in the World Series, as expected. Mike Hegan, 111, center. Like, they're 2 fighters. They're just kind of like hitting each other, just sparring each other. Kind of save themselves for the later rounds. You get the idea. Reggie Jackson, 53, pitcher. Joe Rudy, 65. Triple on a 2 off of Billingham. It's a double. Anaveros, 1-8 is a walk. 2 on, 2 outs. And it's Gene Tennis, famous for World Series heroics. Here's the pitch to Gene. 57, not this time. He strikes out. Bottom of the 4th. It's Bobby Tolan of the Bells. 6-10. Short X. Again, Campaneris. This time another error. I mean, yeah, he's made errors, but boy, there have been a lot of short X's in this series. A lot of X's in general off the pitcher's card in this series. Double A's have been taken off like crazy against Tennis. This time he's in there. He's thrown out once. He made it safely this time. Concepcion with a runner at second. 64 off Wilson, short X. Again, Campaneris makes the play this time. Runner holds a second. Don Mincher, 49. Base hit right field. Tolan, oh, he's running. Against Reggie? Ooh, with 1 out? Or maybe not? Ooh, let's wait. Let's hold on here. Let's pump the brakes at third again. You got Reggie Jackson with a -5 arm. With 2 outs, I'll do it. 1 out, I don't want to think about it. I want a crooked... Look, the Reds are due for a crooked number inning. So, it could be this one. Let's not run out of it. Reds need this win badly, so they're not going to make foolish mistakes. Tolan jams the brakes at third. Mincher at first. There's 1 out. They're winning 1-zip. The A's are going to play the infield back for a double play. Here's the pitch to Dennis Mankey. 47 is a strikeout, and with 2 outs, it's up to Cesar Geronimo. 2-5 grounds to third, and that might have been a mistake to not run Tolan there against Reggie's arm. You got to respect the arm, but it was a 1-11 with 1 out. So the Reds thought their offense would come on base with either walks or hits. Didn't happen. Still lead 1-zip into the 5th. Rusty Torres. 69, a walk off the Billingham card. If you follow Game 2, you watch Don Gullett walk 183 hitting Larry Brown and 192 hitting Pat Corrales. Well, Jack Billingham just walked 187 hitting Rusty Torres. You can't do that when you play Oakland and think you're going to win a World Series. I'm just saying that now. Dick Green, 411, left X. Your left fielder is Pete Rose, a 1E3, and he makes the catch. 2 great defenses, by the way, these 2 teams, collectively. Claudel Washington, 64. Off Billingham, this is going to rock it. It's a homer 1-5 double. It's going to be a double. Torres does have some wheels. He's a 14. And you're running off the center fielder, but it's Geronimo. Again, you got to respect that arm, -4. So they're going to respect that arm and go second and third with 1 out. Got to bring the infield up, though, for Bert Campaneris. 67, single 1 to 17. Gets it. We got a tie game. Oakland, doing Oakland stuff. 1-1, runners on the corners, speed everywhere. Got to bring the infield up and hold in this situation. Mike Hegan. 68 off Billingham. Single 1 to 10. Rolls to 19. Big break for the Reds there. And with 2 outs, it's Reggie. This is a huge batter for Billingham. Pitch to Reggie. 48 pops to second base, and a sigh of relief from Billingham, just giving up 1 run in that inning. 1-1. Another great classic game. Bottom of the 5th. Let's pause a moment for station identification.
This is the Shrimp Trawler video channel.
Este es el canal de videos de camaroneros.
Okay. Different stadium, similar result. Low scoring, good pitcher's duel. Been a mistake. Didn't hurt thus far. 1-1. It'll be Joe Morgan leading off in the bottom of the 5th. 45 off Wilson is homer. 1-3 double. It is gone on a 2. Big break for the Reds. Joe Morgan gets the ball over the wall in right field over the outstretched glove of Reggie. Instead of a double, it's gone. A solo shot for Morgan. One of his 17 of 75. 2-1 Reds. Pete Rose. 1-7 for Pete. Double 1-3. Base hit. And here come the Reds in the bottom of the 5th. Runner at first for Tony Perez. 67 is a K. You notice the 2 lefties get on. The righty gets out. Johnny Bench. 1-6 is a walk. And you're making trouble for Bobby Tolan here. He singled in the 1st. RBI. Reached on air in the 4th. 6-10 off of Wilson is short X. Another play for Campaneris here. A single off of Campy's card. And oh boy, Oakland fans, it's looking like that previous series now. The bases are loaded. 1 out. You got Concepcion. They have been very conservative by playing the infield back, and they're going to do it again, down a run even, playing back for Concepcion. They're up 2 games in the series. Maybe that's the thinking. 2-7 is a strikeout. I mean, you just don't want to give up the single, the 2-run single on the plus. It's just a killer. Unforced errors, as we like to say. So Concepcion instead swings, strikes out. You do have the bases loaded, 2 outs, and you do have Don Mincher. Another lefty. Don Wilson struggles against lefties. Here's the pitch. 2-9, and Mincher grounds to first. So, much like Billingham, Wilson survives the 5th. Just 1 run allowed by each pitcher here in a 2-1 game going to the 6th inning. It'll be Joe Rudy. 55, second X. This is Morgan. He's a 1. He makes the play. Oliveras playing third base today. 67 is a base hit. Gene Tennis. 38's a walk. Here we go again. For Oakland. Putting men on. See if they can score somebody. It's Rusty Torres. 3-6. Did we look at this card? Let's take a look at it. So they went out and got defense at center field, and they found this guy. He's a 2. -2 arm, but he is an E15. Hits 187, but against righties, he's functional with some homers, some walks. This, however, is single 1 to 5, and he cannot convert. He rolls a 17. That's tough. 2 outs. It's Dick Green. 1-4, grounds to short. So Billingham bends, does not break. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 9 men have reached in 6 innings. Bottom of the 6th. It's Dennis Menke. 2-6, Ks. Cesar Geronimo, 6-12, center. Joe Morgan, 47. Double on a 14 is a base hit. Have to think he'll try a steal with 2 outs. This is close. 17-0-14, he's in there. Haven't been able to steal successfully a lot this year. Morgan has been one of the few who's had a high percentage of success. Versus Lou Brock, Mickey Rivers have really struggled trying to steal bases. It's just the breaks of the game. Ebbs and flows and whatnot. Runner at second, 2 outs. The pitch to Pete Rose. 1-5, let's take a look at the Pete Rose card. He's an MVP of 1973 with a .338 average. Did not get to display his wares in the World Series with this card for him, unfortunate. Probably not as good as the 69 or 70 cards. I like them better. But anyway, 1-5, homer, 1-11, double the rest. And when we look up, Pete Rose has just jacked one out of Riverfront. He only had 5. They didn't give him power, as all 5 are against righties, and they just stuck him on his card. And there it is. There it be. One of the 5. 2-run blast. Perfect timing for the Reds. They now have a 4-1 lead, which is a commanding lead in this series. And it'll be Tony Perez. 66 is a K. Well, Don Wilson, he's had a rough year, and it continues here. Top of the 7th, Billingham. I know he's a starter 8. The home teams has thrown 3 straight starter 8s. The road team has thrown 3 straight starter 7s. Do the Reds have an improvement on defense? No, they got the best defense out there already. Top of the 7th, it'll be Claudel Washington. 1-5, Claudel off his card. Let's take a look at it. 75 Claudel card, best year of the 70s, and in Oakland. A 308 average and 600 plate appearances. 1-5 homer, 1-9, double the rest, 2 base hit. Now, you don't have a long leash with Billingham. You've got options in the bullpen. You can't let this guy screw up your chances here. And after Campaneris, the next 3 out of 4 will be very talented lefties, and Billingham has no great shakes against them. So we'll pitch to Campaneris. 1-3, flies to right. Now here's the breaking moment of the World Series. Do the Reds risk yanking Billingham, blowing the game with the bullpen, going down 0-3? That would be a disaster. So you have to be committed to the move. Billingham has wiggled out of some situations. Do you have that much faith in him versus... You have to consider that Clay Carroll will get into this game at a certain point. We got lefty Hegan and lefty Reggie. I'm going to go back. Actually, I am making the move. And I'm just doing this based on a feeling that I've had with Billingham all year. He's really had some rough outings. He's getting pulled after 6 1/3 with a 4-1 lead and a guy at second. So he's gone. I'm going right back out to Bourbon. I know I used him in game 2. He had a tough break when his infield messed up on an error and a single off of Concepcion and off of Morgan. So I'm bringing him back thinking he's got a good card. Let's take a look at the Bourbon card. Don't think we looked at it in game 2. He's 8-3 with a 3.17 ERA and 122 innings. Doesn't give up the long ball. Better against lefties than Billingham. Pedro Bourbon, a staple of the Cincinnati Reds of the 70s, comes on in the 7th. Runner at second, 1 out, and he'll face Mike Hegan. Here's the pitch. 56 is short X. It's Concepcion. Got to make the play here, Dave. 2-21. He boots it! Concepcion, you can't do this. You booted the ground ball. In game 2, you boot another one. Concepcion has been to the All-Star game this year. He's had a fantastic season. I don't even know how many errors he's even made this year, but he's made 2 in 3 games. And we got problems here. We have runners on the corners. And we have Reggie. Haven't looked at his card. Let's take a look now. 73. Yeah, there's another MVP. Both of them. Rose and Reggie of 73. 293, 32 bombs, 76 walks. Oh, he's a 2. Oh, he's a -5 arm. He's an ace stealer. He's he's significantly better than he'd be with the Yankees. Let's face it, folks. With that defense and base running. I know, of course, he jacked the homers with the Yankees, but my goodness. Let's not forget how fantastic Reggie was defensively and as a base runner. First and second, 1 out. The tie run, Mr. October. Here's the pitch. 2-8, Reggie strikes out. And with 2 outs, it'll be Joe Rudy. Here's the pitch to Rudy. 57, Bourbon gets him the fly to left field, and the Reds fans applaud. Their reliever getting them out of danger. Stretch time here in the 7th. We are enjoying listening to the Brothers Isley, 1969, Cincinnati, grew up in Cincinnati, fans of the team, often play their music during the Reds games. I Turned You On. Great LP here from 1969. Blacker the Berries, another great one. Almost like they're wearing the Cincinnati Reds uniforms there. Almost, folks, right? Having some fun with that. Let's go back to the game. Bottom of the 7th. 4-1, Don Wilson. Well, you've already made your mistakes. You got a righty leading off, Johnny Bench, so you'll face him. You're a starter 7. Here's the pitch to Bench. 2-7 a Bench, double 1-6 is a base hit. I think I've kind of seen enough here. I got 2 out of the next 3 guys are lefties. We're going to hook Wilson after 6 and a batter. We've got a really deep bullpen here. With some lefties coming up, we got a really nice righty against lefties having a great season. That's Bob Locker. Bob got a ring in 72 for the A's, but we have a 73 card with the Cubs. 10-6, 255 ERA, and 106 innings. Really good about getting lefties out. Bob Locker in the 7th, runner at first, nobody out. He will face Bobby Tolan. 47 is a walk. Didn't want to do that. 2 on now for Concepcion. Now you're thinking, a bunt and an insurance run would look awfully good right now. Plus Concepcion, you made a mistake earlier. Let's not make another one. Let's bunt here with Concepcion. It's a good one. You got second and third, one out. The A's are forced to bring the infield up for lefty Don Mincher. 3-7 is a walk. You've loaded the bases. You're bringing the infield up for a Dennis Mankey on-base machine. All he wants is a walk here, a bases-loaded walk. By the way, both these teams, boy, they can generate bases-loaded walks, folks, like nobody's business. Bases loaded, one out. Dennis Mankey, here's the pitch. 46 off a locker, double 1-6, and it's a 2-run single by Dennis Mankey, and the Reds have this one 6-1. Runners on the corners, one out, still up for Geronimo. 3-12 walks. And the bases loaded, the Red Machine starting to heat up here. I've scored in consecutive innings, trying to bat around here in the 7th. Joe Morgan, 49 is a K. And with 2 outs, it's Pete Rose. Homered last inning, 33. Grounds to third, but it's a 6-1 affair. Now I'm to the point I don't want to wear Bourbon out. Let's get him out of there. We got some weak lefties coming up. I'm going to go Riddleberger in the 8th. I know he's a lefty specialist, but we have a couple switch hitters who can't hit lefties very well coming up. Riddleberger will come in, the lefty specialist. In the top of the 8th, he'll face Steve Anaveros. Anaveros hits lefties fine, so he'll swing away here. 6-10, catcher's X. This is Johnny Bench. That's going to be a foul out. Gene Tennis. 4-10, third X. This is Mankey. He's a 2 third baseman. He makes the play. And batting for Rusty Torres, it'll be Sal Bando. And let's just play this safe. Let's get Riddleberger out of there as well. I'm going to go Jack Aker. Aker, another free agent. We haven't seen him yet in the series. He was a member of the Cubs in 72. 6-6 with a 2.96 ERA in 67 innings. He was a pitch for the Yankees. I think he was a closer in the late 60s for the Yankees, I believe. Jack Aker comes on in the 8th with trying to get the final out. He'll face pinch hitter Sal Bando. Here's the pitch to Sal. 5-11, right X. Great defense out there. It's Tolan, a 2-4, makes the catch. All right, we go to the 9th. Locker will leave. Excuse me, bottom of the 8th. Locker will leave after an inning. They'll go Jim Todd in the 8th here. In a 6-1 game to face Tony Perez. 2-2, grounds ashore. Johnny Bench, 62, rolls back to the mound. Bobby Tolan, 2-12, rolls to third. No more defense to bring in. It's a 6-1 affair. Aker's the long guy. I'm going to leave him in there. 5-run lead. Don't need to accumulate innings for Clay Carroll quite yet. So it'll be Dick Green leading off. 57's a K. Puts a couple guys on. We'll go to Carroll. Back up top to Claudel Washington. 37's a K, and with 2 outs. It's good to get the Reds stretch their bullpen out beyond Clay Carroll. He's the reliable one. The other guys are spotty. Burkamp and Harris, final chance for the A's. 2-7, he reaches a base hit. He'll go down to second base without a throw. And it's Mike Hegan. 1-7, a strikeout to end the game. And the Reds breathe a sigh of relief. They had to win Game 3, and they do. And there we go, folks. Home team, home field advantage. Home cooking for everybody today. 6-1 Reds, most convincing win yet by either team. A lot of home runs and walks by the home squad. Jack Bellingham does get the victory. Don Wilson takes the defeat. In Game 3, Reds winners 6-1. We'll have Game 4 tomorrow. We'll see you then.